Okay, well, say good morning,
Good
dear.
morning, everyone. I know it's late. It's my fault. I don't know what time it is, but it's the right time. I'm going into another store now, into Sprouts.
Okay, bye, dear.
Bye.
Get me some treats.
That's what he always says.
Give me
I
some
bought
treats.
him some parsnips at the last store.
Oh, parsnips. Mmm, mmm. Oh, I do like parsnips. Who doesn't like parsnips? Okay, we have just arrived. Let me get my steering wheel back. We've just arrived at Sprouts. We spend a lot of time at the Sacramento Co-op, Natural Food Co-op. And we just arrived here. Happy Gung Hee Fa Choi, or Gung Hee Fa Choi. Happy. Today we're going to, in honor of this, the Lunar New Year, yesterday I received from UPS a new computer, a beautiful MacBook Pro, and it was a gift. Actually, it would have had to have been a gift because, well, we're of modest means. Anyway, Constance reminded me that I've never owned a computer that hadn't been a gift, that wasn't a gift. The computer that I've used for the last 3 years was a gift that was given to me at the Beijing airport on my return flight home from my first Beijing series of workshops. And before that, the computer that I wrote many books on was a gift from a friend that wanted to get me into computers and such. So once again, my Chinese hosts, my Chinese organizers for I'm going to be doing a series of quite a few workshops for the Chinese audience, live things that will be translated. And so just to make me feel good about our 2022 projects, I've got this beautiful new computer. Now I've got a friend right here in town who's going to come over today or this afternoon and help me set it up and everything else. So I'm a very lucky guy. I'm celebrating the new year with quite a wonderful gift. And when I am in the Chinese mood, I've decided to share with you something, a Crowley work that not very many people are familiar with or even have one. Okay, this book, it's Liber 22, excuse me, Liber 21, The King Cow King. Now, there's a story behind this book. Oh, I can take off my glasses. There's a story behind this particular book. This book was an edition of 100 copies. This one is number 67. That was published by Thelema Publications or Thelema Publishing. I forget which one it officially was at that time. but was really Helen Parsons Smith. Now, Helen Parsons Smith was an officer at my OTO first degree initiation. And when I returned home to Costa Mesa after that initiation, there was a box of books that she published, Crowley books that she published, at my doorstep. And this was one of them. And it has this beautiful drawing by Aleister Crowley in the middle of it. It's on handmade paper. It's very beautiful. And it's only printed after the title page and after the publishing information. Let's see what it is. Yes, Thelema publication. 1974. So she probably sent this to me in 1976. So, and from then on, it's only printed on the right-hand side. So in other words, the left-hand side is always blank, and then the simple verses are on the right-hand side. Now, those of you who are familiar with the Tao Te Ching will recognize where he's coming from in this book, King Kao King, the Classic of Purity. First written down by me, Koyun, Koyuen. And then he's got the Chinese characters there. In the episode of the Dynasty of Wu, and now made into rhyme by me, Aleister Crowley. But remember, he said first written down by me, Koyun. So we're at least tantalized with the thought that Crowley is considering himself the sage that has written this. So, pour yourself another little cup of tea, kick back and relax for a second, and hear Liber XXI, the King Kao King, the Classic of Purity. Lao Kun, the master, said, Tao is devoid of form, yet heaven and earth are brought to birth and nurtured by its gnar. Tao hath no will to work, yet by its way of heaven the moon and sun rejoice to run among the starry seven. I'll repeat that again, in case you're cutting and pasting. Tao, and Tao is spelled T-A-O. Tao hath no will to work, yet by its way of heaven the moon and sun rejoice to run among the starry seven. Tao hath no name. Its word is growth and sustenance to all. I aim to give it a name. Tao. Heaven prosper chance. Tao hath twin phase with Te, T-E-H. The silent and the stressed of motion, those, of these repose sublimely manifest. So it's at these, those. Took me a while to get that. I'll repeat the whole thing. Tao hath twin phase with Te, the silent and the stressed. Excuse me. I'm going to say it again. Tao hath twin phase with Te, the silent and the stressed of motion, those, of these repose, sublimely manifest. Heaven moves, pure silence he, Earth rests beneath the strain. Shuttle and loom, as word and womb their mystery sustain. Pure motion maketh rest as silence maketh stress. If man were still, then heaven should thrill with earth to nothingness. Self loveth silence. Yea, but mind distracteth it. Mind loveth rest, but passion's pest allures the trembling wit. I think I should rename this, the Book of Memes, because every one of these phrases could be one of those dowy, zenny memes. But I digress. I'm going to say that one again. Self loveth silence, yea, but mind distracteth it. Mind loveth rest, but passion's pest allures the trembling wit. If man restrain desire, his mind will cease to roll, and mind's release allow pure peace of silence to the soul. The senses will not soil, the thought will not upstress, nor poisons, greed, wrath, and dullness, breathe their triform deadliness. Men earn not ease of Tao for their desires' disease, because their minds is not refined of thought by killing these. If one should slay desires, his mind and body seem no longer his, but fantasies danced in a wanton's dream. Slay mind, slay body, slay the external. Matter goes, then space remains. Renew thy pains. Up front the final foes. I don't hear this, but it is extremely windy today. So if you see the car move like that, it's because I've been caught in a gust. Here is Section 2. There's only 2 sections in this book. Just like in the Tao Te Ching, you have a section that says Tao, and the second section that says Te. So. Lao Kun, the master, said, "The adept in skill of soul hath never an aim. The bungler's shame is that he gropes a goal. Who must possess the Te conceal their magic power. Who least possess exert their stress 7 times in every hour. Those who cling fast to powers, who guard them and display their magic art, they are not part of the Tao, nor yet of Te. Men win not truth of Tao because their minds are wried, the mind uncurbed, the self perturbed, and loses tune of tide. Lost, the external lures, they turn to seek it, then all things perplex, confuse, and vex those miserable men. Disordered thoughts arise. Body and mind grow sick. Disgrace and fear grow year by year to their climacteric. Wild are they tossed about through life and death. They quiver, sunk in sea stress of bitterness, and lose the Tao forever. the true, abiding Tao, who understandeth hath. Who hath the Tao is here and now in silence of the path. Slay space, then naught abides. Hold not thine holy hand. When naught gives back before the attack, serene thy silence stand. All's rest, devoid of mark. How should desires fix tooth? When they are past, thou surely hast the silence of the truth. Flawless, that truth, and fixed, yet apt to each appeal, nature and sense to influence the magnet to the steel. Oh, this true touch with all elastic and exact, that yet abides above their tides, the silence free from act. He that hath this shall come little by little a breath, so floweth he now to truth of Tao, wherein he vanisheth. Men style him Lord of Tao, yet he hath none to lord. Hid motive he of all that be, enough for his reward. He that can comprehend this doctrine may transmit this sacred Tao to men that vow themselves to fathom it. Liber XXI, The King Cow King, by Aleister Crowley. Each one of those are worthy of 7 years of contemplation, okay? And so it's hardly giving it any true exposition by reading it through like that in the car. But I'm sure you can find it on the internet somewhere. I'm sure this particular edition is pretty damn rare. But look it up, Liber 21, The King Cow King. I'll spell that for you. K H-I-N-G K-A-N-G K-I-N-G. King Cow King. So there. Gung Hee Fat Joy. And hopefully tomorrow I might be speaking to you from my new computer. Hopefully everything will work out. Be happy.